What's going on, guys? I'm here with one of our clients, Maddie, who just closed 13K in the past week. What's going on, Maddie? How are you?
I'm great, Eric.
Well, I guess for anybody who maybe doesn't know you and a little bit about your business, do you mind just giving us a little bit of background on you and kind of what you do?
Sure. So I in Minnesota, up in the cold part of the country, and I was freelancer for several years. Started a production company. Came across I've been seeing Eric's ads for years, and
Just
he
annoying you in your feed and just going
yeah.
crazy and just, yeah,
So persistence pays off. That's one
I
thing.
guess.
But what caught my attention was not like I have been told by many a guru to do lots of video pitches and all the outbound kind of stuff, and it was really attractive to me to potentially have a system that helps bring inbound leads.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we this business that I've been trying to grow can't be grown without revenue. So it's been helpful to really learn business and systems and automations and sales in particular
Yeah,
so
I feel like
that
most of what we've been
yeah.
working on right now is sales. Obviously, we're getting the inbound system set up as we speak, but like I know when you came in, we fixed a couple things within the sales process to help with some of those things. What I guess within the sales part, what do you feel like was kind of the biggest bottleneck for you, or what was some things that you kind of had big takeaways on?
Sure. Well, frankly, I had no idea how to do sales and was never trained how to objection handle, how to take someone and really selflessly look at their desired outcomes and their problems as like a practitioner rather
Right.
than just coming in with a like guns
Freelancer
blazing.
mindset, because like I feel like a lot of people come in with
Yeah,
that, hey, I'm going to come in, you tell me what you want, and I'll come in and I'll take orders from you. And
right,
it seems like you've really switched into that, like, hey, let me diagnose, let me be the expert, let me figure out what you need, and
right.
positioning yourself as more of an authority in those conversations.
For sure. Yeah. And, we use video as one of our tools, but it's
Right.
definitely also made me be open to showing my clients other solutions that might be better fits for what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And that's something that I can offer, but it's more of a, hey, like this is the problem you're having, and here are some ways that we could potentially solve it, but maybe
Yeah.
we can't. And I just think that clients really appreciate the honesty and that
Just
you're
being
truly trying
real
to
and
help
having a
them.
real conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, if all you do is take orders from the clients, like, they're not really going to feel like you have their best interests. You're just taking orders like a server at a restaurant. Whereas, like,
Right.
if you can figure out what they need, what they're looking for, and then just give them, hey, maybe this isn't the best fit for you, or maybe
Yeah.
this is the best fit. Here's what I think you should go with. I feel like you do build a lot more authenticity and trust within those conversations.
For sure.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Was there anything like particularly about the program that you feel like has been helpful thus far? Because obviously you're still going through it.
Yep.
Like, is there anything so far that you feel like has been helpful for you?
I think the sales training has been the most helpful for me this far.
Yeah.
Everything from being able to do mock calls to being given a framework to jump off of in questions to ask or ways of navigating people's money objections or
Right.
fears or anything like that. And then not only sales calls, but also that you guys are accessible at any time for me to ask questions about like sales offers or
Right.
specific deliverables, and what work because you're all about giving results to people. And so I'm able to transfer that to my calls and clients and being like, hey, this is going to work. This
Yeah.
isn't something cute and beautiful. It's going to work.
Yeah. I remember we were talking one time. You're like, should I really pitch this thing? Should I really like say this? I'm like, yes, Maddie, like do that exactly how we said it. And you're like, I don't know. And then you did it. And it's like, you see the response from it. You see people like actually getting back to you instead of kind of stringing them along. Were you someone who would send a lot of proposals over emails? You know, my whole gripe with that. But are you someone who you
Mm,
feel like you sent those, or did you do it more on the calls?
I definitely was introduced to the idea. I didn't send a ton of Loom videos or video
Yeah.
pitches, frankly, because it was exhausting. Like I didn't
Yeah.
want to have to do that. And I guess the biggest gap I felt was how do you create a relationship and especially over email or like when you're doing outbound yourself, like how do you build that relationship without it being sterile or
Mm.
fake or whatever? And so to reverse that, act as an authority or somebody who is more of a practitioner and having people come to you and ask for help makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like you hold the frame in those conversations where they're looking up to you. Like, hey, what do
Yep.
I do? And it's more of an authentic feel. Yeah. I mean, we
Yeah.
definitely don't want to be slimy or sleazy or salesy or anything
No.
like that. We just want to have authentic conversations. And sometimes that means getting real with people at the end of the
Yeah.
day and being blunt with them. And I know you said you had a previous conversation where it's like, hey, I don't think you need this. Like, and you said that person really appreciated that deal you just
Yeah.
closed. You're like, hey, I really appreciate you just telling it to me how it is. And I think a lot of times it doesn't come down to as much tactics. It comes down, how do I authentically talk to this person and help them, you know?
Yeah. And the biggest challenge I've had thus far and probably will is just getting in my own head or just
Yeah.
not trusting that I see a problem and being able to
Mhm.
communicate that. Like, don't like holding back and being fearful about what they're going to think or fearful that it isn't, not confident that it is the right thing or afraid, like you're so concerned in closing the deal that you're unwilling to say the truth because
Yep.
you're just so obsessed with the money or whatever. So it's just pressing more into the being truthful is definitely
100%.
what you should
Yeah.
do.
100%. Yeah. I mean, when a client feels like you can actually, you care about their problem independent of the solution or the outcome of the sales call, that's when they really feel like you have their best interest at heart. So I think you
Yep.
know that.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, last question, Maddie, I'll let you get back to closing deals here. But I guess if anyone is maybe on the fence about even just booking a call and speaking with our team, I guess what advice would you give them?
Well, if you're anything like me, you've done hoops in your mind trying to figure out whether or not it's worth it. And you aren't going to get rich quick, but you are going to invest in, like, think about it like education that is priceless, really, and to me is invaluable because not only am I learning skills that do transfer to my business and do produce results and it is generating me income, but it's also helping me in my life, being better question asker, and I'm seeking to understand people better because I'm asking better questions and my framework of regular day life is less about me and more about the person that I'm talking to and how I could potentially help them, but like really seeking to know them. And to me, like that's just not even, it's beyond business. And so I think that business, like video business people and non-video business people could benefit from your program, but specifically with video businesses,
Maybe we'll start giving relationship and communication advice. I don't
yeah.
know.
No, but
Love it.
it's
It's true. I mean,
it's worth it.
sales really does, it changes you as a person because all sales is proper communication. That's all it
Yeah.
is. We give you a framework to help you properly communicate in a way where you care about somebody. That's it.
Yep.
You know, I love it. Well, Maddie, I'm excited to see where you go from here and to your continued success. I appreciate your time and we'll talk to you
Yeah, you're
soon.
welcome. Sounds good.